I think the camera just fell over.
Aloe vera.
Don't even.
I bought duct tape. I just don't know where I put it.
Don't even care. I just put 8 pounds of tape on this cock.
Sucker! Put it on the top to the this from here to here. It's not lined up though. You have to reposition it.
I know.
Hello, this is Connor from Arbiter, and this is GH from Arbiter, and we've had some questions rolling in, and we want to get them answered for you. It's 2015, so we need to be answering some questions about what the fuck we've been doing. We've been like roller coastering through the trials and tribulations of real life, so we're gonna come back and face it with some actual questions.
We're gonna come clean to you guys right now.
We're coming clean. Okay.
All right. So first
question.
We got a couple that came in our inbox, a couple that came on our status. So first question is, what the hell have we been doing?
Since when though? Well, that's the question. Since 2011?
That was just the question. Is what the hell we've been doing? Pretty much since Ironclad Machinations, we've been just trying to figure out what the hell we're actually doing, which is.
Well, we got job changes, kids, girl changes, money changes,
changes.
Living changes. People have been moving. Yeah, we've been changing our changes and changing other changes and changes. So when you're like median age 25ish, of a band, you got dogs, you got roommates. You gotta keep up with that kind of stuff. And even when dogs pee, you gotta just keep rolling with the punches. And that's kind of how things are. It's not as easy as when you're like 18 to 22 or whatever we used to be. And things were a lot easier then because we literally didn't do jack shit with our lives other than Arbiter. So naturally, it's a little easier to come out and just do something all the time.
Get out of here, your pee ball.
Nowadays, though, it's harder. So it slows things down a bit. We all live pretty far apart now, so it makes it tougher. But sometimes we link up every once in a while, and it's awesome. And then we actually get a lot of shit done. You wouldn't believe how much we can get done in like one night.
Yeah. All right. So the next question is, how are we going to put out our new music?
You got this one, I think.
We're trying to figure out if we want to just do all digital distribution or if we actually want to do a CD approach at this point. Right now, it seems like physical copies are kind of trending out.
A collector's item.
Yeah. It's kind of like all the trendy kids that do the vinyl records and all that. It's kind of like CDs are kind of becoming that because everyone just throws things on USB drives and sticks them into their advanced card. Yeah. So we're probably going to go with the whole iTunes, Amazon, Bandcamp,
the basics,
all that fun stuff.
And I'm teeter-tottering about whether or not to do a fundraising thing. I don't think I will let us do that. I've been doing it with my own stuff, but I don't know if I want Arbiter to do that. I don't know. I don't think it'll work. So I think we'll probably just do digital distribution, like Josh Man said, and call it good.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
So the next question is I got a Snapchat.
Oh, yeah, girl.
Next question came in. I kind of edited this one a little bit. I said, what tunings will we be using in our new music? So, actually, we're going to be using just about all of the possible tunings we can for a lot of the new stuff that we're writing. It's going to go from anywhere from drop E all the way to E standard, drop D, drop C. I mean, we're just going to, whatever fits the music that we're writing, we're going to try to use that as much as we can. A lot of the new material has been in drop E and drop F tunings, but a couple of the new songs actually are in drop D tunings, which is not like full drop E, like holy crap, the sound of Satan's asshole, but more of actual standard drop D rock tuning. So it's going to be all over the place. I'm actually super excited about expanding the Arbiter sound, just playing around with a lot of different tunings and seeing what happens. So that's that.
Yeah. What's the next question?
Next question will be for you, Connor. Is, will there be a theme or a story to our upcoming CD?
No. It's a sign language. It means no. Just in case anyone, we're not going to make closed captions. No concept, no story. We're going to try a little thing called life.
Yeah.
We kind of tease a little bit about doing another story, like a third chapter of the story. we just decided against that. That's like I said, that's how things are going now.
For now.
For now, that is like backburnered, so it's still there.
We've had so much going on in our personal lives that for right now it would make more sense and easier for us to write if we actually wrote about real life themes of stuff that's going on with us right now.
We need to keep it real.
That's right.
Keep it real. So that wasn't a saying for the last like 5 years.
So that's going to be the approach we're going to go for. I know we've been preaching the whole the Stormbound, the tropical theme music, or the CD.
Yeah, we're gonna do like a tropical themed album and everything, which we are going to do
Eventually.
But right now, we just need to cut the shit, get real, just put out some metal,
That's
just
right.
have some fun.
Just worry about the music. Make sure you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah, just have some fun with it. And whatever is on my mind lyrically, I just want to be able to just go, you know, I just want to vomit that out, literally. And, you know, just vomit on the song. I literally might puke on our songs.
Sure. We'll definitely
Because
leave it in there.
that's how fucking real we're getting. I'm just kidding. No, not really. But yeah, I do want to be able to vomit my brain hole out into your ear holes. What's the next one?
Next question is going to be, how are we going to record our next CD? When I'm assuming he meant how, or he or she, I can't remember who asked this, but how are we going to go about recording it? Are we going to go to the studio, whatever? We're actually going to self-produce this next album, just because we have all the equipment and all the means to actually do everything ourselves. We're still kind of discussing, you know, sending it out to be mixed and mastered, but everything is going to be self-produced by us for the most part. I got a nice little studio set up now in my hometown that is at my disposal, so we're probably going to be using that for the main tracking. We're still discussing live drum sounds, triggered drums, you know, that whole shenanigans. But as we record it and as we do that, obviously we're going to keep you updated and do little video updates and studio updates and all that fun stuff as we're doing it. So.
I'm gonna record the new album like this. Just kidding. What's the next one?
Alright. Next question. What is up with our label situation?
You know, I don't know. I really don't know. I do actually. We didn't know for a second. Femin Records, let me just say, incredible underground indie label. Super, super awesome. It was just to the point that, as you probably all know, we spent so much time literally not like putting anything out that we came to the label and said, are we really helping you in any way? And then they were like, oh, I don't know. Good news is, though, I think we're going to stick around with Femin. They said, you know, if you guys want to get the wheels in motion and do a new effort, whatever it may be, we'd love to still work with you. And I was like, okay, good. Sorry for the pretty much hiatus. So now we're kind of getting back in the huddle of life here and saying, okay, let's do something. And Femin is still backing us, even after we've done pretty much jack shit for Jack Long. So that's awesome. That proves how Femin's even better. You should send your demo to them, obviously, because they're fucking sweet.
Yeah, Chelsea's definitely awesome, and she'll definitely work with you if she sees potential in you. So.
Exactly. Got a good breadth and scope of the talent on Femin. You know, it goes all over the place, dynamically and musically. It's a good collection of stuff, and a lot of it keeps up with the times, and bands like us don't keep up with the times. But you know what? You don't care, because if you listen to us now, you never cared about keeping up with the times. I can almost guarantee that. Anyway, point is, yeah, I think we're sticking around with Femin Records, and we've recently signed on with a new management company called Defiled Management. There we go. Okay, it's like brand new. I'm still learning the name. Oh my god. You'll have to edit that out.
Yeah.
It took me a while.
Sorry.
Anyway, but we just got on with Defiled Management. They're going to help us balance our work-life situation and get something laser beam focused and, you know, really bang it out.
Alright. So next question. Besides cocks, what's your favorite thing to eat?
Is that really a question?
Yes. Nothing.
Dicks. Dick cheese. Or maybe tuna fish.
I prefer buttholes.
tuna fish buttholes, sushi fish. Fish that turn into sushi when you chop them up.
This question,
automatically.
this next question actually came from a kid who filled
rice
in.
scales.
This kid actually filled in for drums for us for a little bit for a couple shows, and we were in desperate need. So, it says any particular differences in how you approach the writing process. My phone went black there. For the new stuff compared to your previous albums.
So you're saying what's the difference between what we're about to write and the last ones?
Pretty much. Yep.
Well, the first one was like fart out of our butt. The second
Yeah.
one was constipated and finally it explodes, but it's not worth it. The third one's just gonna be a nice, decent shit.
Yeah. To basically reiterate what he said, a lot of the new writing is going to go from our last album was kind of like our last albums. We didn't really push ourselves as much as we wanted. We just wanted to create something heavy, right in your face. This new album is still going to be like that, don't get me wrong, but we're going to try to add a little bit more technicality. We're going to push ourselves as musicians to just test ourselves and see how far we can go with our writing capabilities and our knowledge, along with keeping that heaviness and adding a little bit of a newer, I don't want to say newer style because it's going to still sound like Arbiter, but it's going to have some newer approaches to music.
Also, I want to add that I've addressed this a couple times, but Ironclad Machinations was about the story, it was about the concept, it was about the secret bonus things and the hidden content and the puzzles and the lyrics and the story and the books. But it wasn't really about the music, I don't think. So this album will be the opposite, where
Everything is just going to do this.
it's gonna be about the music. Because I got really excited about franchising, and I wanted to try to turn Arbiter into the fucking next Disney or something. And I realized that's a little bit of an overstretch. So I mean, with this one, it's just like, hey, let's make some music, guys, and I can. So yeah.
All right.
New one's gonna be a little more about the music.
So the next
What else we
question
got?
is when's the clean vocals?
Wait, what?
When's the clean vocals? I need something I can understand, comma, So, I guess I'll address this a little bit, even though he's the vocalist. I think it all depends on how the music is going to be written. It all depends on how everything's going to be going. I would like to, personally, I'm not a big fan of singing vocals, but a lot of the music we do write is complemented nicely with singing vocals, whether it be kind of ambient background noise or like maybe something that's kind of in your face for a second. Because we have taken that approach in a couple of the new songs where we kind of showcase some of our singing abilities for a brief second, and then kind of back to the music. But I guess it just really all depends on, we're going to be, like I said earlier, with a lot of the alternate tunings, we can definitely play around with a lot of the new music where we can play with a lot of stuff in the singing and stuff. So.
To reiterate though, like I said, this one lyrically is going to be about what's been going through my brain, and I doubt much of that's going to be singing. So, I mean, I don't think much would be on there. But, yes, I will agree that
we're not ruling it out.
I'm not closed off to it. The gates are open. I just don't think there's going to be many things wandering into those gates.
So, this is the last question, which is kind of what we just kind of talked about, but we'll reiterate a little bit. We've been using that word a lot.
Reiterate,
and it's proprietary to our reiterating.
Reiterate.
So what can we expect from the new Arbiter? So we already went over.
Oh God.
Yeah, we already went over the tunings. We went over the clean vocals. We're, to be honest with you, a lot of the last album, a lot of stuff that we wrote in the past was mainly focused on my writing. A lot of it was.
Sure.
I just had my computer, I'd write the music, I'd write the drum tracks out, and it was just mainly all me. We're going to try to get everyone on board with this music. We're going to try to make sure that the drums feel like Marshall's playing the drums. We're going to make sure that the bass sounds like Jason playing the bass. Because a lot of it, I'll be honest with you, was all programmed. That's just the approach we always took. We had a little bit of input from the drummers here and there. I'm sorry, I didn't really touch your leg. But a lot of it was just programmed by me. And so we're going to definitely try to take a little bit more of a real feel approach to a lot of the new music, and just make sure it feels organic.
Also, I want to say, because he's talking about who's doing who, doing what. I want to say that my name's Connor. I'm the vocalist. His name's Josh. He's one of the guitarists. And then there is Marsh, who is our drummer. Our old drummer was named Logan. Logan is not our drummer. Marsh is our drummer. Logan, however, is kind of relatively 50% on and off in our project still, but as a guitarist. So that's the update on the lineup. Jason's still going strong on bass. That's never changed since day one in like 2008. I mean, but yeah. So as far as like I said, though, we all live like really far away from each other, so it's all about just these like happenstance meetings, the digital online stuff. We keep a good communication flow, but now it's even gooder, and we're gonna try to really streamline. Like I said earlier, laser focus everything. Get some results.
The cool thing is now is I have a little bit more of a studio setup than the rest of the guys, but nice. Everyone all has an interface, everyone has a recording capability, so we're basically just going to, because we all live distances apart, we're going to just send the music back and forth to each other, and everyone's going to put their 2 cents over top of everything that's going on. We're going to tell them, what the tunings are, what this, and just basically go through all the music and let them put their touch and their feel on the music. So, cats are fighting in the background if you hear that.
It's just life, it's just how you gotta deal with it. It makes recording vocals pretty tough when you got cats and dogs fighting. But guitars, like for him, he's good. That stuff doesn't bleed through his amplifier and all that stuff, so yeah, it's all good.
So, we basically have an arsenal of guitars now. I have 2 6-strings now, a 7-string, an 8-string. He's got an 8-string, 6-string. I mean, the options are going to be limitless for this. It's going to pretty much be whatever we feel like going for, but making sure that we don't just go open, dissonant notes. We're definitely going to try to push ourselves to write very intricate, interesting music while keeping the heavy side of things and keeping it sound like Arbiter.
Yeah. And that's one last note to go out on is like times are changing. I get this complex a lot. Like I always feel like we're not going to be as appreciated because we're not doing that brand new like super light pop punk, whatever is the thing now sound. Not that I'm dissing that. I'm just saying our style is but it's really cool because we don't feel the need to change into that or try to keep up with that.
No, we're not going to mature into like.
There's no maturing. Yeah. We've already fucking matured. Like we play.
We got jobs and we're pissed off about it.
Yeah, we're mature. We've done it. We're there. We're working 40 hours a week, keeping up with kids and wives and whatever the fuck. No wives yet, but no, for real. Like we don't gotta mature. We have a sound that we like to play personally, and even if our Facebook like count went from stupid 1,000 to 1, it's just like whatever. That's what we're gonna play, So
this is our music, our sound, what we feel. If you like it, awesome. If not,
go listen to fucking 20,000 other bands sound exactly like us, but one grain of sand difference. Who cares? That's the best thing. That's my most fucking favorite thing. As jaded as let me slow down a little bit. As jaded as I've been about so much stuff, my favorite thing is to think about that people don't have to care. There is so much competition, you could say, out there now. As soon as someone doesn't care about what I'm doing anymore, they can move on to someone else who's doing it. And that could be a bummer to think about, but I love it. It's so great because the 2 or 3 or 20 or 50 guys and gals who really lock into what we're doing and they say, that's so cool that you're doing that and let me interact with you and let me buy your album and please sign it. The few people that actually do that out of the however many thousand people,
they got the tattoo
like the tattoos.
Awesome.
Pretty sure Cody Krause, if I remember the name. Anyway, the people that actually connect with us like that, that's what's so rewarding, You see so many people nowadays with like the whole YouTube channel thing. It's like, oh, like, comment, and subscribe, and they're so happy that they got 10,000 people. But how many people, actually want to tattoo their things they say on their arms or get their autograph or whatever? It's that small select few. For us as musicians, it's the same thing. Whereas it's like people that actually connect with us in that way. That's what makes it all worthwhile, and that's what makes me feel like I can literally do anything we want to do. And we're going to have those core people still care and still love that and be so happy that we didn't change a single thing to try to keep up with all the other people who barely give
A rat's patootie.
a rat's patootie. So,
I mean,
yeah, there you go.
like I was explaining to him earlier off camera, it's like, you know, for me, it was like when Destroyer came out, I didn't realize how many, even if it was just for 1 second, it just changed one little part of their lives. So like when Destroyer came out, you know, it touched a lot of people's lives because people could connect with that music, with what the lyrical content was behind it. I mean, for us, it was, we lost a friend, well, a friend of mine that was close to me, you know, and people can relate to that. And it's just all about how people relate to music. And even if it's just that one song, one time, and people forget about us, it's just the fact that one time we touched that person and they understood that. You know, they could relate with that. And that's basically that.
We just want to touch you, that's all.
That's it. It's
Just
fun.
touch. Just one time. Just one time. No, for real though. I was thinking about that today. I was thinking like, how many, I don't know, August Burns Red songs or Norma Jean songs have I completely forgotten about? But when I remember them, they're not forgotten. It's like things just go into your reserves, and they still change your life. And you know, I used to set August Burns Red songs as my alarm to get up for high school, not on time. You know what I mean? Like, it's those things are there whether they're in your current or not. You know, go listen to Kendrick Lamar tomorrow. Don't listen to Arbiter tomorrow. But guess what? You used to, or you wouldn't be watching this. You know, so that's kind of how I've been learning so much about life, just thinking about all this, you know, stuff. So, you know, it's all positive, and that's probably the best thing I can say in the last couple of years. Is I've been thinking about everything very, very positively, and I think that's going to show in the new stuff we put out. I might still be really, really angry, but I'm so positively angry, you know?
It's basically just going to be about our lives. You know, there's always going to be the negative side of things, there's always going to be the positive side of things. So it's just going to come out as our lives onto a CD.
Yeah, I mean that's what you can expect from the new Arbiter sound. We've been talking about that for 20 minutes.
If you can relate to it story-wise, like what his lyrical content is, or maybe the music gives you goosebumps when you're driving down the road, like holy crap, that's the heaviest thing I've ever heard.
It's because you're going through the same shit I am, not because you feel like you're a warrior from some sci-fi universe.
I mean,
because it's like, oh, guess what? I put my thoughts down, and maybe you had that happen too. Because that's what gives me goosebumps. Like if I listen to ATB or Mel Meyer or whatever, all my Foods Master or whatever, you know, sometimes you resonate with them, and you're just like, oh, you know, that's what it's all about. You really, the real words that people are saying, and not the story words, you know. So that's what I want to do, just be really personal.
That's our lengthy update for today.
Wraps it up. We'll probably edit a lot of that out.
But we hope you got a little bit of something from it, and are definitely getting still excited about us and still excited about the music that's going to come out. You know, we're really excited. We kind of went through like you said, a hiatus.
Almost a hiatus, yeah.
But we're definitely going to come back strong. We're definitely getting really excited about the music, and we're hoping that you guys will be excited too. Until next time.
Which hopefully will be like a week or two from now instead of 8 years.
Yeah, touching things. It's the whole story, reiterating.
That's why I touch you.
Yeah, reiterating, touching, one of those words that we used a lot of times.